Hi, this is Dr. Michael Ryan with Missouri Vein Care talking about the symptoms of tired and achy legs and what that means for your circulation. And could it be due to your circulation? And the short answer is absolutely. And we see it pretty much every day of the week when people come in with a vein condition. The thing that's interesting to me and surprising is that people usually uh, brush it off and say, "Oh, my legs are tired and achy," but, and they have a whole bunch of reasons in their mind, at least. Well, I'm on my feet all day long. I'm working, chasing my children, or I don't get a chance to get a break. Of course, I would have tired, achy legs. Or I'm getting older. Of course, isn't that normal? And the answer to that is that's actually not normal for any of those things to cause tired, achy legs. Now, I would say there are exceptions. If you're having extreme exertion at work, you're really burning a lot of calories and you're doing serious manual labor. Well, I think you deserve to have some achy, tired legs. But most people are not like that. They're just simply standing up and walking around, more or less. Uh, and I don't want to minimize that, but that is not enough to cause people to have severe fatigue. And really, the problem is that the fatigue is coming from their vein condition in most cases, not from their activity. Similarly, for age, it's not normal for people who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s to feel completely wiped out and not have any energy, unless they have a medical condition. They could have a heart condition, a lung condition, or in our case, a vein condition can cause that fatigue. The pattern for the different conditions is different, so we can help sort out what is what's the cause of that fatigue. But the fatigue that we see people have has a specific pattern that gives us the clue that this is related to their veins. The pattern is that as the day goes on, their fatigue builds up, and by the end of the day, it has reached a point where, for many people, I hear this from a lot of patients. They come home from work, they maybe do a few chores around the house, and then they sit down. And when they sit down, they are unable to get up and move. They're exhausted and wiped out. And what that is that they've been able to adapt throughout the day, but as soon as they stop, that overwhelming amount of inflammation in their body, and the inflammation in the body from the stagnant blood flow is really the problem. That has built up to the point where they cannot overcome it. Inflammation is a basically adaptation the body has when you're sick to slow down and heal. That's good when you're needing to heal, but when you have something abnormal like abnormal circulation, it's not helping you. It's hurting you. It's making you sit around and just be exhausted. So people have that pattern where they are just wiped out. They don't want to move. Those people are often the ones that end up gaining weight, an average of 10 to 15 pounds a year, because for 4 or 5 hours they're not really moving around. These people can often make themselves get up and do things, but it is a struggle. They're just wiped out. And the good news is that those individuals get a tremendous relief, and they're the ones that are most surprised at how much they've been putting up with after they have a vein treatment. When we demonstrate they have an underlying vein circulation problem and that they're treated, they are really surprised. And some of those patients, some of the stories have been dramatic, and there have been a number of patients who've told me about how weak their legs are, and how going upstairs they have to grab onto the railing to make it up to the top of their stairs in their home. Their legs are so tired and weak. Or there's a lady that, gosh, it was a terribly sad story. This went on for a year and a half. At the end of her workday, she came home and she had to go up 15 steps to get into her house, and her legs were so heavy and tired and exhausted. The only thing she could do was to go up on her knees up the stairs 15 steps to get into her house. And she was amazed after treatments that she had been putting up with, because she was immediately better and became a new person. She was shocked. So the symptoms of heavy fatigued legs is very common. It's related to a vein circulation problem for many patients, and symptoms really do improve with treatment. And to get that sorted out, you have to get an initial ultrasound, and that shows us exactly where the vein problem is. So Dr. Mike Ryan with Missouri Vein.